What's up guys, Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com, back again with another Alliance War. This time my Alliance 4 Loki is going up against 4Play, Fantastic 4 Players, and it's a little bit of an interesting name these guys have. If you've been watching the channel long enough, then you know that we actually faced off against 4Play in the past, and they did manage to come out on top. No pun intended. So we're going to try to get a little bit of revenge this time around, and I'll be entering the battlefield with Gwenpool, Vision, and Iceman. If you notice, I swapped out Stark Spidey in favor for Iceman because, yeah, last war, well, if you didn't see it yet, I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say things did not work out. So I back out, wait for some energy, and then head back into the fight, and I'm going to fully boost on up, as we already know that this is going to be a very difficult war for us. These guys have some really strong defenders and everything, and they're very skilled as well, so we're going to try to keep our death counts to a minimum. So I'm going to go ahead and pop a 20% boost for this war, as well as a 10% attack boost, just to try to get any extra bit of damage that I can against these guys. And I'm going to start out this fight with Gwenpool. I'm not sure exactly who I'm going to be fighting here. I don't see anything in the profile that stands out. So yeah, Mordo is who I see the most on this Outlast Optimist Plagued Mind node. But honestly, it could be any number of champions. Dormammu, Juggernaut, Nightcrawler, Magic, and it's Juggernaut. Okay. Alright, I think Juggernaut is actually going to be the theme of this war, as this is not going to be the only Juggernaut that you see. In fact, this is another one of those Mystic-only wars. So, yeah. But anyway, first fight here against Juggernaut. It's only a 4-star Juggernaut, so it should not be too bad. I can stun him too. It's not a stun immune node, so it really shouldn't be too bad. I do make quite a few mistakes here, and I do take a lot of block damage. He does have maxed out Limber, it seems, so that definitely does make this fight a bit more difficult. I can only get in one attack every time he goes unstoppable, and I can't keep him stunned for very long. So yeah, I do get backed into the corner very quickly. And I do get a few attacks in here at the end, and I am able to bring him down. Not much to really say. Those bleeds really cut through on that Outlast node, so gotta love having that extra bit of bleed power, especially boosted up with Gwenpool. It's just awesome. Alright, next node is going to be the Unblockable Special 2 node. And I'm actually going to be fighting Doctor Strange here. Surprise, surprise. Champion that I see probably most commonly on this node. And there's something I want you guys to watch out for. Part way through the fight, I gain the dexterity buff. First off, I get the power drain on him, so I'm thinking I'm good. But part way through the fight, I gain dexterity, and he actually dispels it right here, and boom, hits me with the SP2. It all happened so fast. I had no idea what actually happened throughout the fight. It's very fortunate that I do record all of these wars, so I can kind of learn from that mistake going forward. If I have dexterity, I have to know that against Doctor Strange, he can dispel it at any time, and that Mystic Dispersion can take over. And I was very lucky that he actually did not crit. None of his 3 hits from a special 2 crit. Otherwise, I would have died probably. So yeah, pretty lucky on my part there. But anyway, Doctor Strange does go down. Normally a much easier fight. Normally I come out with a lot more health. So yeah, it kind of sucks that if I have to use Vision later on, that I already have this much health missing, and it's likely going to cost me some units to kind of potion up. Just that one little mistake there, likely just cost me about 100 units. So yeah. All right. Anyway, next node up is Stun Immunity. Stun Immunity, Strike Back, and Armor. So yeah, if you're curious why I don't use specials too much on this node, it actually does not have to do with having recoil. I am running the Suicide Masteries right now, but it does not have to do with running recoil. It's just because I'm going to feed their power meter. And he does have a 5-star Juggernaut at rank 4, so I'm almost positive that that is the champion that I'm going to see here. And yep, surprise, surprise, it is Juggernaut. And there's something that I don't really mention much, but I definitely do it every time against this node, against Juggernaut, against any stun immune node. If you notice, I still get parries. I still land parries. You can see the words parry pop up on the left side of the screen. You still get the damage reduction. You don't stun him, but you'll still get the damage reduction. So that first initial blocked hit doesn't hit quite as hard. The ones following it, they will hit just as hard, but that little bit of extra damage reduction, it definitely does help. Alright, so right here is at 2 bars of power. I had him actually pushed pretty far to the right side of the map. The fight started out fantastically, But yeah, just like that, I'm pushed all the way to the left side as he did not want to throw it. I get kind of a lucky attack there between his specials. That could have cost me. But yeah, anyway, I'm just trying desperately to get out of this corner, trying to do as much damage as I can. This guy is a tank, right? He does not go down very easy. You can see right here, I'm going to push him to a special 3, and I have the option to throw mine, but I want to wait for him to throw his first. Because after, whenever this guy pops a special 3, you're pushed right into that wall. So I go ahead and pop my special 3 after this to kind of knock him back, give me a little bit of distance, give me some breathing room. This way he's not just, beating the crap out of me, and even through blocked hits, when I'm this low in HP, I would go down. So I'm going to try really hard not to take any more block shots. Take another one right there. But he's got the armor break on him. I don't get any crits there, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Otherwise, I would have done a lot more damage. Trying my best to possibly get an intercept. There we go. Got an intercept, and that time I get some crits, and Juggernaut is down. So a little bit of a rough fight. It started out really, really well, but when he did not want to throw his special 2 right away, I got pushed all the way back, and that's what really made that fight difficult. But luckily, I was able to take him down without feeding a kill. So on to the next node then. Now, I don't know who I'm going to be seeing on this Thorns node, but I was planning on taking Iceman in here the entire time. I don't see a Cyclops, and I'm kind of praying that it's not this magic. I don't really know who it's going to be, but I always plan on coming with Iceman from the start of this war. And it's actually Mordo, so this is really good for me because of the way that I can kind of cancel out his astral evasion. I don't know if it comes into play here much because he does throw the special there. I don't even know if I stun him at all. I'm kind of just baiting out heavy attacks and baiting out specials. I could have played this one better, but honestly, I was just so happy to see a champion that I'm kind of favored against on this node that, I was just, I was excited. I was excited, basically. I could have given more time, let those debuffs drop off, and let that damage take over, but I ended up just kind of knocking him out there. So, not too bad at all. I ended up coming out of this fight pretty cleanly with a good amount of life left, for a Thorns node at least. It only took 31 hits. Having, the full suicides and having, being boosted up and everything, that drastically reduced the amount of hits that I need to do against Thorns. So, even against Cyclops there, who I'm always expecting, I might have been okay. Or at least I would have done a lot of damage, and then maybe I could have came in and cleaned up with Vision or something like that. Alright, anyway, on to the power gain node. And I'm kind of expecting to see this Juggernaut here. Normally I like to go in with Gwenpool, and normally I would have no problem kind of healing her up and everything. But yeah, I wanted to test the waters, see who it is first. I was thinking that I have enough life on Iceman or Vision here that it would be okay if I died once to get this kind of intel to see which champion is here. And it turns out that it is Juggernaut. Okay, so Juggernaut. With Vision, I can take out Juggernaut, but it's going to be tough. This is the 5-star rank 4 Juggernaut, another one. And luckily I can stun him this time around, though, so that definitely helps big time. I can't tell if he has Limber. I don't think it's maxed out if he does, if he has it. He might have more than one point, though, because I can't really get more than that one shot off. I'm trying my best to not get pushed against the wall. When I'm playing with Vision, I have to back up twice against his special 1. With other champions, I noticed that I don't really have to do that, but ever since Juggernaut got updated, it seems like I have to back out a little bit further. So you might notice me doing that, backing out twice. I'm trying to... Alright, actually, here's a really big mistake that I'm making. I'm watching this back now. Is that I'm using my special 1 a lot. And I'm using my special 1 a lot just out of fear. And I don't really want him to gain unstoppable. I could have managed it way better though if I was just waiting to get my special 2. The other part of it is that this is a plagued mine node, so I am losing my power every, I think it's 20 seconds. So I'm kind of just throwing my specials out there, not really paying attention to the debuff on me. It's a lot easier to kind of look at in the playback, but at the moment, in the fight, you can't really see. But anyway, I do finally get a special 2 off, and I do bring down Juggernaut just barely before that recoil damage can kind of kick in and take me out. 53 hits, not too bad at all for taking down a rank 4 5-star Juggernaut there. Next node up, because we're not done, guys. Next node up is Magic, and somebody already did most of the work here against Magic, but you know, 31,000 life. I think I can finish this off. So just kind of checking on her signature ability level. Kind of want to know what I'm dealing with. How much limber am I gonna be expecting? Or I'm sorry, not limber, limbo. If she was higher signature level, I might have popped a healing potion here just to not give up a death. But I'm thinking I can probably manage just to go in here with Iceman's current HP. So I don't heal up. I just go in with Iceman. And just trying my best to keep her stunned whenever I do take her over that threshold of power. Luckily, she was stunned that time, and she did not gain Limbo. Alright, so far so good. We've got some debuffs on her. Wow, look at that Limbo damage just when she used her special one. Alright, gonna get another stun off here. Take her over to the threshold again. Alright, it's working out. Popping a special one. I'm really hoping that this is enough to kind of just take her down. But she's not dying. She's not dying. She's got willpower. So yeah, I could have probably punished that attack, but I ended up just baiting out, you know, land another parry and kind of blast away with my heavy attack there. All right, so my path is done. I did not have to use any revives or potions today, which feels good. Feels real good, especially since the last few wars have not. I really have not been doing so well in the last few wars. So I was thinking, you know what? Pretty healthy. We're going to need a boss kill. We're going to need 3 boss kills to bring these guys down. So let me do my part here. Let me go ahead and try to do my best against this Dormammu. And I might not have healed up all the way against this guy if I had to use some items beforehand. I might have healed up to, you know, maybe about half, a little bit over half or something like that. But because I didn't have to use that many items, or I didn't have to use any items leading up to this point, I am actually going to go ahead and heal up to full and see what I can do. Now, I'll tell you guys ahead of time because the fight goes fast. I don't do that well. I mean, I don't do that much damage in total. But if you notice, my intercepting game, like, I'm really proud of it, actually. Normally, I'm not that great at intercepting. I'm going to go ahead and pop a couple more boosts here. Just a couple of the cheaper boosts this time around. I go ahead and pop a 15% health, a 10% attack, and a 10% health and attack boost, which basically just comes out to 120% boost. It looks like I'm using a lot, but it's basically the equivalent of a 20% boost. So yeah, I go ahead and enter this fight here. Pay attention to some of the intercepting. There's one opening in the beginning that I do not capitalize on. Right here, I could have attacked that, and I did mess that up. But after that, I do get some really good openings. I'm gonna eventually die. Maybe about, I think it was about 25, 30 hits in, something like that. Where he goes to use a heavy attack. I'm baiting it out, and I'm thinking I'm good. I do this all the time, baiting out these heavy attacks. But for some reason, sometimes I just cannot get in fast enough. You can see I get another intercept there. He's totally power drained. He's up against the wall. I go in, I head out of that, boom, get parried. He was up against the wall, 0 power. I was feeling so good. I definitely wasn't going to be able to take this guy down, but I was feeling like I can drop, maybe 50, 60,000 life off of him. But I swipe back on the heavies, go back in as fast as I possibly can, and I get parried, and that was just a wrap for me. So he was at full health when I started the fight, and sadly, I was only able to take away about 30,000 HP, a little bit less than 30,000 HP. So. Pretty disappointing, especially after I felt like I was doing a pretty good job in that fight. My intercepting was like actually on point for once, but that's alright. My alliance did come in and kind of clean up things, so yeah, shout out to my alliance. This is actually our 6th win in a row. We got a little bit of revenge here against 4Play, like I said in the beginning. They did take us down the first time we faced off. So yeah, we're currently 1-1 against these guys. Very, very good alliance, very strong alliance. And we'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be a best 2 out of 3 kind of thing going on. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.